What's up everyone, this is Erica with Hooking You Up, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this super thick, cute cactus pillow. I made this pillow sometime last year and it has been a favorite. One of my favorite pillows that I've made. So what you'll need is super chunky yarn, or you can use mega bulky, any kind of thick yarn will get you this thick, huge pillow effect. Ironically, my Joann's and Michael's does not have that specific green and white and super chunky yarn, so I'm just going to make it happen with this regular red heart yarn. So it will be smaller, but like I said, as long as you follow this tutorial using super chunky yarn, you'll be able to make a thick big pillow like that one. So I'm going to start by taking my white yarn and I'm going to start by chaining 33. Once you've chained 33, you're going to once you've made your chain of 33, we're going to half double crochet in the first 15 stitches. Five, okay, now we're going to color swap in this next, in the 16th chain, bringing in that green. Now in the next chain, we're going to continue half double crocheting, and we're going to color swap back to the white and continue chaining in the remaining stitches. I'll link down below in the description as well. I have another video explaining to you how I color swap in my projects. It's super easy once you get the hang of it. I'll also link down below. I have another a mini cactus pillow, also using super chunky yarn. If you guys are interested in that tutorial. Okay, we're coming up to our final 2 stitches. We're going to chain 2 and turn, keeping our yarn all on one side. Now we're going to crochet in the first 14. Five, ten, and in this 13th spot, we are going to color swap. So again, we're working row 3. We just half double crocheted in the first 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. And we're color swapping back to the green in that 13th stitch. Half double crocheting in the next 5 spots. Now carefully, we're going to bring the white back in. So make sure you have a total of 5 green stitches right there. And we're going to continue crocheting in the remaining stitches. Let me lower this a little more. Working that last stitch. Don't forget to always chain 2 and turn your work. Now so far your work should look something like this. In that first row you're going to have 1 half double crochet. In the third row you're going to have a total of 5. Now we're going to continue for we're going to continue this same row for the next 7 rows. I'll work a couple rows with you. Again, we're half double crocheting, repeating the third row of 5 green stitches. This is basically going to be this long tail of the cactus. Now, if you have super bulky yarn, I would definitely recommend for this tutorial rather than this small weighted yarn, because it can be, if you're new to color swapping, it can definitely be more challenging working with smaller yarn. But anyways, I will probably, depending on the actual size of this, when it's completed, I may make this a wall hanging, or I may create just a mini version of the pillow. You can use stitch markers too if you are someone who loses track of the rows. But typically it's pretty easy. As you can see, this is row 1, this is row 2. Well, I'm counting out of the greens. If you want to be technical, this chain of 33 will be row 1. This first green stitch will be row 2. This first 5 rows of green will be row 3, and we're working row 4 right now. Super cute squirrel just staring at me outside the window. He's hungry. Chain 2, turn. Now for the back side of the pillow, I just pretty much did, I made a chain of 33, and I just did the same amount of rows up of plain white as I did for the cactus size. Now, the cactus side, excuse me. Now, if you want to make both sides cactus, so be it. It's your choice. But I love my cactus pillow. I really do. It's one of my favorites, and I've made several pillows so far. If you're interested in another tutorial of my pillows, which you can check out on my Instagram at hookin_you_up, please let me know. I would love to continue sharing some of my patterns that I find are super easy and make awesome decor. Alright, for row 9, we're going to work this same pattern, except we're going to add an additional for a total of 6 green. And we're going to add an additional green stitch in this spot. Not this side, but this spot. So if you have worked your pattern correctly so far, then you would be working the back side for this row. Like I said, we're going to do our normal 5, adding an additional for 6 total. And then we're going to color swap back to white. For the remaining stitches across. Why does this hole always have to be stubborn? Chain 2, turn. So now it'll look something like this. All right. Now what I like to do, we're going to start working the right arm of the cactus. Let me show you real quick. We're going to start working this area right here. So what I like to do is count the middle so I don't get lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So working this 10th spot, we're going to have 11 greens in this row. Now, what I like to do is count it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And again, I don't have a stitch marker on me, which I should. Let me see if I can use this pen real quick. This is a little silly, but that's all right. All right, so you can put a stitch marker there so you know, so when you're working your way back over, you know where to start, and we're gonna add that green back in to start your arm for the cactus. That's quite annoying. So if you have stitch markers, I highly suggest you use them. All right, now we're gonna color swap, bring our green back through, and we're gonna work green stitches in the next 11 spots. Oh, come on. All right, once we've made our 11 stitches, we're going to return back to the white, and we're going to have double crochet in the remaining stitches. All right, now for the next row, we're going to continue this row of 11, and we're going to add one more stitch for a total of 12. That's a lie, I just counted. We're gonna add 2 more on this side for the next row for a total of 13. So this row we have 11, and the next row we're about to work, we're gonna add 2 more, which is gonna give us a total of 13. So we're going to flip. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once we complete that last 13th stitch, I'm sorry y'all, this green is just not my friend today. And we're gonna pick up that white for the remaining stitches. Flip. Hold on one sec, guys. All right, next we're going to do, we're going to make our first opening. I will show you, and I am using this pillow as reference because I can't find my written pattern in my files. So we just completed this row of 13, and the row we're working now is this one. So as you can see, we added an extra stitch of green. So this will be easy because you're only adding one more. So you know that you'd be including this space right here. You'll be including this space right here along with this 13. And we're going to, once we start from this spot right here, I don't know why I keep it. Once we start from this one right here, this space, we're going to half double crochet in the next 5 stitches for a total of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can put your stitch marker right there so you know that that will be the last stitch. You'll work the green before including the white for those next 3 spaces. And that will end you right here, which is perfect. And you'll see why. So let's do it. Pick up that green. We're gonna half double crochet 6 spaces. Now we're gonna bring out the white, and we're making the space right now. We're gonna half double crochet in 3 spaces. Now we're gonna pick up that white. We're gonna pick up that green so that we can go back to this 5, pretty much for the base of the cactus, these next 5. Now we're going to work 3 more. And we're going to continue in the remaining stitches. Now it'll start to look like something like this. Now in the next row, we're going to do 1 stitch on this side for a total of 4. Let me count that right. So we're going to add 7 more on this side, including this 4. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So you know you can start in the 7th space. I really need my stitch markers. That's okay. I'm going to turn my work. And now we are starting to create the arm on the other side. Whoops, already messing up. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7, so this stitch right here. Sorry if I confused you guys. you're going to continue for the base. Now instead of 3 spaces, we're going to do 4. So we're going to pick up our white. We're going to work 4 half double crochets with the white yarn. We're going to pick up our green. And we're going to half double crochet in the next 4. I'm sorry, we're going to do one more white space for a total of 5, and then work the green in the next 4 spaces. We're going to bring up our white for the remaining spots. Chain 2, turn. It'll start looking something like this. Alright. We're going to add another space on this side for this arm. So we're going to bring up the green for a total of 5 right here. Bring up the white. Continue. Now we're going to do our regular 5 for the base. And now we're going to make a similar space on this side. So we're going to bring up the white, and we're going to work 1 space, 2 spaces, and then bring that green back up. And we're going to work 6 green spaces. And then white in the remaining spots. All right. I'm turning our work. We're going to work 4 greens. Then 4 spaces of white. Then back to green for that base. And your base will always be a total of 5 green stitches. Bring up that green, that white, and then we're going to continue the same amount of white spaces. And then the same green amount of spaces, and then ending the row with the white. Alright, it'll start looking like this. So as you can see, we have created our arms and we still have our nice and even base. Now we're almost finished. We're basically going to repeat these rows. Let me see. For 4 more rows. Now you're going to continue these same rows, 4 rows of green, 5 and 5 for the next 4 rows. So this counting as 1, so another 3 rows. And I will see you Alright guys, so your project will start looking like this, and now we are going to start whoopsie. We're gonna backtrack real quick. For that last row of 4, you're going to end the right side. If you're working this way back, you're going to end, we're going to end this arm. So how we're going to do that is, excuse me for totally disregarding that. I wasn't paying attention, but you're just going to make a white stitch in that first hole, and then you're going to pick up your green and work to bring that white back up and crochet the white in the remaining. All right. Now we are completely done with this white arm, and we're going to do a complete row of white until we reach that middle base of green. Thank God I caught myself, because I would have kept going. I do that a lot. Work your typical five. We're going to continue another row of this green for the left side. Now my lighting's a little crazy because I started this video using that outside lighting, and now it's getting dark, and thankfully I turned on my regular light. Yeah. Alright, so as you can see, we just ended this lovely arm. We're going to turn. We're going to do the same row we did here. We're going to repeat that one more time. Alright, now in this row we're going to be closing off this side. by, we're only going to work 2 greens in the 2 middle stitches. We're almost done, guys, almost done. Alright, now we're going to work one more row of 5, and then we basically got 3 rows total left. Alright, now we're going to work in the middle 3 stitches. Now the last row will be just a regular row of white. And this will be our very last row. Clip. Alright, you guys. So once you've completed your last stitch, it'll look something like this. Now, as you can see, this pillow is much thicker, and that's because, like I said, I use super chunky yarn. But if you're wanting to make a smaller pillow, this would be cute too. It's about half this, it's pretty small. But it's super cute. I don't know if I'm gonna make this a wall hanging, or I'm going to just make a mini pillow. But to make these little pricks, what I do, if you have a cream color, that's good. That's what I use, but since I'm too lazy to go get it right now, what I do is just clip off a little bit like that. And then I just kind of pick up, stitch, pull one side through, and I just lightly pull it. And I just do that a bunch of spots all over. And if you want to add a flower, that's optional, but yeah. So this is what your final product will look like. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and hanging in there with me. Don't forget to give this video a like. If you completed your very own cactus pillow, I would love for you guys to tag me so I can see how it turned out. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.